Welcome, folks. Welcome to another garage video. So, yeah, since the last time I talked to you guys, it's up $1,000, almost at $12,000 of Bitcoin. That number means nothing. It could drop to 7. It could drop to 6, 5. I seriously doubt 5, but honestly, it could drop to 6. But I don't have a crystal ball, guys. How long do you want to sit on the sidelines? You could be on the sidelines forever if you just keep waiting for that perfect opportunity to get in. Look, you're never gonna pick a bottom to buy, and you're never gonna pick a top to sell. You'll never pick the perfect scenario. It's never gonna happen. How about we discuss the charts? I love discussing charts. If you go back to 2012 and you look at the all-time chart, I mean, Bitcoin has started less than 50 cents. 50 cents. And it has reached $20,000. That is unfathomable. That is unrealistic. Stock market people, they don't get it. That's not even realistic to them. I mean, Bitcoin all time is up like 300,000%. That's okay. So people in stocks, I mean, they wait 5 years just to make 20%, if they're lucky. This market moves way different way faster than anything. Gold, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime opportunity. And you're hearing it right now. You're hearing it. People are telling you. It's not just me. I'm sure you've heard Bitcoin before. Look, guys, it's going up right now. It's up to you if you want to buy or not. The question you got to ask yourselves is, how long do you want to sit on the sidelines? How long do you want to sit and wait for that perfect opportunity to buy that you think you're going to be able to pick the bottom? Oh, I'll buy the bottom. It's going to drop to 3,000, Kurt. I'll just buy the bottom at 3,000. It's going to go back down to 3,000, right? Do you know that? My plan is to accumulate. If it drops to 3,000, I'm just going to accumulate more. That's all I care about, is more Bitcoin. The more Bitcoin I have, the better. And by the way, these halvenings, they cut the supply in half of Bitcoin. So supply and demand. There's only 21 million Bitcoins in existence. there's more millionaires than there are Bitcoins on the planet. So if this, which it will, become a thing at all, there are not enough Bitcoin for every millionaire on the planet to hold. Just one. Just one. One Bitcoin. Think about that. There's a lot more buyers in the future than there are Bitcoin. The supply and demand, folks. Supply and demand. Okay, so there she is again. Not happy. But it's cool. Because I know. And she already knows. She's happy. It goes up over time, guys. It's a trend. It's a cycle. That's the word I'm looking for. Cycle. Right now we are in a cycle to go back up. Okay? Like, I want to post the charts, like the all-time charts for Bitcoin, like since 2012 when it came out. Like, I want to post that so you guys can see it. But I'm just on my iPhone. I mean, you guys can look that up yourselves. It has gone from 50 cents to $20,000. People thought it was crazy to think that it could hit $100, and it has hit $20,000 in the past. The question you gotta ask yourself is, how long will you sit on the sideline? How long will you sit on the sidelines and wait for the opportunity to buy? Guys, we haven't even been adopted yet. There's mass adoption coming. I mean, we're missing out on Amazon. Just think about that. Amazon. What if they all of a sudden say, we'll accept Bitcoin? The only thing that I'm worried about, I mean, like, honestly, like, the only thing that could, I believe, that could seriously kill Bitcoin. What if Donald Trump was just like, Bitcoin will never happen. I could never accept that. That will never be regulated. That is when charts will be void. It won't matter what the charts say. I believe in charts and all that, but though that news is what will kill charts. Honestly, I think, in my opinion, Bitcoin will and can and will help the United States. It could seriously. I mean, think about it. All the money that's not into Bitcoin, you could, if there's right now there's $0.3 trillion in all of cryptocurrency. 0.3 trillion, so $300 billion is the market cap for cryptocurrency. Not even $1 trillion, and Bitcoin is pushing $15,000. So let's say $2 trillion gets put into Bitcoin over time. I think there's 7 trillion, probably more, in gold, which means there's a lot of money that could be put into Bitcoin rather than gold or stocks. I mean, it's unbelievable how much money is in gold and stocks and not in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's already at 15K with this market cap at $300 billion in all of crypto. In all of crypto, there's $300 billion. Billion. There's trillions of dollars, folks. There's trillions. And it could be put into crypto. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not ruling out a $1 million Bitcoin in the future. It could happen. That's being optimistic. It doesn't matter though. Let's not focus on price predictions. Let's focus on let's think about the US dollar. How stable is that? Look at the chart on the US dollar. Who knows how many US dollars there are? There isn't. Nobody knows. They can keep printing. Nobody knows the real value of a US dollar. There are only 21 million Bitcoins in existence. And that number is only going to get depreciated.
It's too long, okay? Nobody wants to listen to your diary.
The number of Bitcoins will depreciate over time, and it's all about supply and demand. Supply and demand. So, if Bitcoin's worth 15K now, and there's half the supply left in a few years, then we're looking at a 30K Bitcoin minimum. Like I said, first video, only opinion. I'm definitely not a financial advisor. This is only my true beliefs. I do believe that there is a lot of money that should be in Bitcoin, and it's not, but it will be. Look at the stock market. It's at all-time highs. All-time highs. Do you want to buy the stock market right now? I bet you do. Most people do. Because it's at all-time highs. How long are you going to sit on the sideline for Bitcoin? You going to sit on the sideline till it reaches $40,000, twice its all-time high? Guys, once in a lifetime opportunity. It's only at 15K, and that's bumping it up. It's less than that. It's actually at like 11,000. Don't ever panic buy or panic sell. You buy when you're ready. You sell when you're up. What else? Let's talk about manipulation. Since there is very few whales, I like to call them, people with tons of money in this market. There's few real whales that can manipulate the market, and they will, and they do. Like I said, though, you got to be able to take the downs and accumulate on the dips. Okay. If you buy right now at 11,000 and it drops to 7,000, guys, Bitcoin is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. You accumulate on those dips. If it drops 40%, 50, 80, 80%, if it drops 80%, well then if you don't accumulate more, then you don't believe in your original investment. And you should have never gotten in the first place. Ladder buying. If you have $10,000 to buy, $10,000 cash to buy at an $11,000 Bitcoin. Well, let's say, how about you just put half of that in now, and then it dips. Let's say it dips. Let's say it crashes to 6K, which I don't think is going to happen, but it could. It could. Then you put another 50% of what your USD wallet holds. Whatever amount of money you have in your USD wallet, you put 50% more in when it dips at 6K. That's called ladder buying. You bought some at 11K. If worst case scenario, it drops in half or worse than that, then you got more US dollars to invest, and you can ladder buy. That way, when it goes back up, you've accumulated more Bitcoin because you've bought lower and at the